Hey, it's Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey Garage. I'm here with my buddy Aaron Kaufman, and, well, this is the last show we're going to tape together. Are you really sure? I mean, the door's still open. You can stay.
You know, sad to say, but I am still 100% sure.
100%? Damn. Maybe this montage of some of the coolest stuff we've done will get you to want to stay.
I'll hold my breath.
So here you go, our 2000 Porsche Carrera Cabriolet with a whole bunch of crazy Kaufman in it. Here we are at the drive-in theater showing you our 1931 Model A.
1991 F40.
This is one of the biggest investments I've ever made in a single car. 65 C10, what gets more American than that?
This thing's got big power, big wheels, big brakes.
2005 Ford GT done, Gas Monkey style. 1971 340 4-speed RT Scat Pack Dodge Challenger. 1949 Chevrolet pickup.
This was one heck of a build that I absolutely enjoyed and definitely tested how much finish work we could put into one vehicle in such a small time frame.
Literally the first and second Firebird ever to be made. I'll put these cars up against any show car there is out there. 2006 Jeep Wrangler, dressed up by Aaron Kaufman in Black Mountain. This is a Kaufman special. Drum roll, please. The Shark Cat.
The Gas Monkey 1967 Cadillac DeVille.
Cut that out, dude.
What? This?
Pretty much.
Get you some of that.
So that had to have changed your mind.
You know, it didn't, but I'll tell you, we did make some pretty sweet rides.
Right now on a special Fast and Loud. Hot Rod Hunter Richard Rawlings and Master Mechanic Aaron Kaufman take a long look back as Aaron prepares to say adios to Gas Monkey Garage after 5 unforgettable years.
Guess this is it. A big goodbye.
The big goodbye.
Done.
From their humble beginnings to some of their craziest adventures and biggest builds, these two old friends dish on some of their most memorable moments.
I've forgotten about that.
Oh, I still haven't.
So get yourself clean and get ready to let off some steam. Woo! And bid a fond farewell to the hairier half of the Gas Monkey legend.
Yeah! Now, this last 5 years has been a hell of a rocket ship. I mean, we have done some unbelievable stuff, and, well, me and Aaron are going to kind of go over some of the more interesting parts of the last 5 years. It all started with that Model A we pulled straight out of a barn.
You know, for a hot rod shop with a new show, for a vehicle that's supposed to highlight our particular style, I think we couldn't have done any other car.
Well, hell, that's pretty damn cool.
They don't make them like that anymore.
You and I had been through hundreds of Model A's before we started the show, and that was kind of our market. I mean, we knew it better than anything, and why not start with what we know? So Aaron and I just got here with the Model A. We're excited to get started on it.
We're going to use just really oversized wheels and tires, trying to make up for the body size difference.
Before we had the show, it's like, while we might not have been well-known nationally, people were familiar that our style, we built a lot of rat rods, and this was kind of a slight departure where we wanted to build something that was in our wheelhouse, but was something that was really clean.
I was nervous as hell because this is like our chance to make it on a bigger stage, if you will, really show the world what we can do. And this is a one-shot deal. They only gave us 6 episodes, so it was like, you know, I mean, we make a good show, we get to continue on. If not, well, we're just back to doing the car flipping.
You know, I remember one thing that didn't happen much after that first build.
What's that?
Well, you actually chipped in and helped some.
Oh, I don't do that anymore at all. You and I established early on that it was better for you to build the cars and me to stay in the office. Wow! Kick ass! Aaron can do anything. He can get it started. That That's why I keep him chained to this place so nobody can steal him.
I had a lot of confidence. I mean, I knew how to build hot rods, no question. But doing it for TV, that was something else altogether.
Hey, just in time. We're fixing to take the body off.
Holy, you guys have been busting ass. It was a little weird getting used to having the cameras, watching every move, watching what you're doing.
You want to hear some more starting here?
What?
The glass is all wrong.
Every bit of the glass we cut's wrong. I know. It's my fault. And then having to turn around and explain to them what you did and why. I can't believe I made such a stupid mistake. Now it's going to cost me $500 and a ton of time.
One thing that was particularly difficult was that we had never worked on a time frame so compressed before.
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And so to build an entire vehicle that, you know, body was stripped, modified, painted, reassembled, it was a lot.
I mean, 2 weeks is absolutely almost impossible. There really wasn't a second we could waste.
So it's 2 in the morning. I've been up for 2 days working on the car. I'm having diarrheas. We're working so late and we're having that diarrheas that people have. I don't even know what that means. Raccoon! See, I saw a cat run by. I thought it was a raccoon. It's one of the things. Diarrhea.
Delirium.
The what?
Delirium. You're delirious.
I'm hilarious.
It was a marathon. I mean, we slept there, we showered there. Thankfully, we figured out how to make it all work.
Yeah! We made it. The car looks great.
Of course, the next thing we had to do was sell the car.
What kind of intake and carburetor is that?
A stock unit off of a flathead V8.
Well, let's get it started again. Oh, she's not liking that. And even though it gave us a little trouble during the test drive,
I'm impressed, okay?
You got it?
I am impressed.
we still managed to clear a pretty good profit. But you know who was real happy was Discovery. I mean, they were so fired up about how that first episode came together that they ordered another 12 episodes and boom, rest is history.
Yeah, but because we did the first one in the prescribed box, everyone expected that we'd be able to build every car from then on in the exact same schedule.
The worst.
We dug ourselves a hole.
Not only that, they wanted them bigger and better every time. I can see your enthusiasm just oozing out of your body. They make penicillin for that. Can you even remember all the cars we built that first season? 18 cars. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of cars to build.
I mean, sometimes I try and forget them, but no. The second car we built was the 1950 Olds.
Hell yeah.
Coming off the Model A, we're so frazzled. I feel like we kind of underserviced that car, but what a beautiful patina. I thought it fit our style well.
Here comes the Aussie's Cadillac, Aaron.
Does it run?
I don't know. Then they had the guys from Australia that wanted us to build that crappy-ass Eldorado.
Eldorado.
Never in a million years when I saw that thing roll in did I think we'd get it running and then find someone to love it. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's a cracker.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, they say poo in, poo out.
Hit it! Hit it!
Zero front suspension.
Yeah.
Now, we did have a lot of fun with the gas.
How long do I have to paint this thing?
Like by Friday.
When we first got started, it was you, me, Scott, and KC. I mean, that's a pretty small crew.
That rod is going to have to travel from this point right through the side of the oil pan. This is where the dum-dum-dum comes in, right?
Casey and Scott, we've been high school buddies for a long time. Those just happen to be the only guys that I knew that would work 120 hours a week. And man, that old garage couldn't have been more cramped, more hot, and more uncomfortable. And we had to take everything out to Casey's place to paint.
But then again, we got it done. This is what it's all about, having fun with the things you build. I am so proud of my guys. Gas Monkey rocks!
I almost forgot about that 64 Galaxy.
Oh yeah, we put the roof on it, the white one.
And then we slammed that 70 Lincoln way down.
It's about time to get a truck.
of course. Everybody loved the 68 Ford F-150.
Yeah, Casey had actually driven that model truck ever since he was in high school. And so it was really fun for all of us to fix that one up.
I think next we did the Fleetmaster, and then, oh gosh, the Rambler, man.
The smell on this car, unbelievable. You could smell the rat turds from anywhere here on the compound. Ugh. Thank God you don't have smell-o-vision.
It was a really good idea that went bad real fast, or maybe it was a really bad idea that just got worse.
One of the wildest things about this car is the fact that it looks just like it did when we bought it. Everything we've done to this car is practically underneath the car. You really have a lift to appreciate it or take a ride.
I don't even know if I remember all the cars we did after that.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's like some of the cars were really sweet, but they got built and gone almost immediately.
One of my favorite cars was the 67 Mustang because it was such a cherry perfect car when we bought it. And by then we'd added a few more hands to help. We gave it the full treatment, got it all nice, and then...
It didn't stay that way, did it?
Well, Mustang just wrecked.
No way.
What is happening?
The Mustang got in a wreck. That's all we know. So you think we hit the frame? Something's twisted. Now it's total.
It was sad to see it happen, but that was the first time we realized that, that there was a conflict between things that happen in the real world and what the television show wants. There was a time frame and needed to be done with an episode, and so we still got to finish the car, but nobody at home got to see how it turned out.
Hey, Junior.
Do some of this, do some of that. Yep, we couldn't stop. The cameras were rolling and we had to keep going.
So I've been wanting to build a 4x4 for a while now. And I think Richard finally got tired of listening to me go on and on about it.
Why don't we go buy one? Roll off.
Believe me, I don't need y'all for this.
Oh, then I ain't doing anything. Bam! Meanwhile, the show was getting a bigger audience. Aaron, we got us a vet. And I had to start thinking about how we were going to grow with it. But, man, we really did bust our asses that first season.
I still got the busted ass to prove it.
Yeah. Stick around. We got more of a look back right after this.
Here at Gas Monkey Garage, in an effort to reduce the mass in our local landfills, we've decided to start crushing our cans.
Coming up,
What you think, man?
Richard and Aaron decide to go bigger and better
It's like closet space. You build it, you fill it,
and gamble on some out-of-the-box builds.
We're a rod shop. We want to do wild stuff, so it is a really delicate balance to maintain.
Hey, Aaron, does it start?
I don't know. Look for the start. I found the starter.
Wow! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Monkey Trap, where me and Aaron are kind of taking a walk down memory lane while Aaron leaves the garage. What is wrong with you, man?
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, well, as I was saying before we took the break, by the time we got through the first season, I mean, that little garage behind Phipps's wasn't quite working out.
No, it definitely wasn't. It was so small, we could only work on one car at a time, and I thought that it was starting to limit what we could actually do.
Good to see you again.
Dude, this place is huge. How big is this thing?
A little over 18,000 square feet.
That place was massive and empty. I mean, it looked like behind a city block to me. What you think, man?
Large.
I know, it's almost too big.
It's like closet space. You build it, you fill it,
It's out with the old, in with the new. We're blowing the popsicle stand today, guys. It's moving day. Get our moved as fast as possible. We can't afford any time down.
All right, I guess let's get to it.
Let's go.
We've got a lot of extra room in the new shop, but when it comes to what goes where, I'm the decider. It's my kingdom.
Do you have a,
It was nice to have the elbow room, be able to spread our wings. Because when we started, it was largely my equipment, and I had it because it was cheap, and it was cheap because it was broken and mostly wore out. But now we were doing better. We could afford to buy more equipment. So we got a lot of equipment that we'd always wanted, and we were able to start pushing our own boundaries and build bigger, stronger, more complete, more dialed cars.
Yeah, and all I had to do was pay the bills.
That's all.
All right. Hey, on three. 1, 2, 3.
I say put whatever kind of wheels Aaron says. That air mattress up and down thing and make it go faster. That's what you do to everything else.
What do you think it costs to do all those things?
12?
$100, that's right.
You know, moving into the new garage was kind of a turning point for old Gas Monkey. I mean, that's when we really started making a name for us out there in the car world.
Our Thunderbird needed to go faster, so we take this camshaft out and replace it with this camshaft. So our valves are gonna open up a little bit bigger and stay open a little bit longer.
Coming in hot. Of course, by this time, you had a much bigger crew to wrangle.
This is so much better. This is easier.
Hey, dude, wait up. And they could be a handful at times.
Cameras are catching your every move, every dumb thing you say. I'm such a goof. I feel like I got used to it pretty quickly. But it is interesting when you make a mistake in your worst moment, there's someone there recording it.
Whoa, why did it get bigger? It's in that thing.
We definitely knew how to have fun, but we were always walking that tightrope.
You can work so much that it's miserable and you can't get anything done, and you can have so much fun that you're not getting anything done. So it is a really delicate balance to maintain.
For sure, but we got it done. And we had some difficult builds, but they were fun. I mean, look at the Troll's Choice. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make that Rolls Royce the Employee of the Month car.
Why are we working on a Rolls Royce?
Because
We're a hot rod shop.
Because I was having a little fun at another auction and ended up buying this piece of crap, and I don't know why. I don't know, I'm ready to slam it. The guy who bought an 81 Rolls Royce today is what I call a troll. Totally, ridiculously obsessed with living large.
In an 81 Rolls Royce, the Troll's Choice, it needed to ride smooth. So we have our resident hobbit here working on the rear suspension. I've been making new struts for the front. This is what we had, and it wasn't going to work very well for us.
American racing wheels on a Rolls. I love it. Moonroof. Look at the stars. That's pretty stupid.
That's honestly one of my favorites, and it's not at the top, but I do like that car. I thought that so many things just worked out, and it was so weird.
What about the Bonneville that we did for our friends in Australia?
G'day, mate.
Hey, you crazy Australians.
We thought we'd come over and do something wild again.
They're on their way to the airport. They're literally going to be here in like 3 days.
I'm meeting in the middle at 10. That's a good number.
10 grand, brother.
Hey, yank the seats. Yeah, that's the part you're sitting on. I gotta get this on the lift as soon as possible.
I bought us all hamburgers for lunch, and this was what was left of the animal.
This is what we got.
Will these do?
Holy
Those are some horns.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the style. Not a fan one bit, but absolutely a beautiful car. And I couldn't applaud their sense of adventure more.
Welcome to Texas. One of my favorite ones was the Kingswood station wagon. What's cooler than a blown 454 sticking out of the hood?
That actually was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really funky.
Then we had the shorty Volkswagen bus that we found up there in the junkyard in Minnesota.
It was weird. I'm a fan of weird.
Then we had the 4x4 Camaro. I know that's your favorite.
It's absolutely my favorite.
Wow.
What is that?
I'm out of words.
Yeah, seriously.
I have every faith that this is, by and large, a very drivable vehicle now, and it looks cool. So I think it's a win.
You know what? The guy that bought that car lives in Canada, and he actually sent me a couple pictures of him like chasing his cows around in the pasture with it.
Well, I think it went to the perfect home.
They say there's an ass for every seat.
And we found that one.
That's right.
You know, one of the things the new bigger shop afforded me was the ability to push my personal boundaries as a builder, to do things that either hadn't been done before or things that people said can't be done.
Yeah, because nobody tells Aaron no.
No, not so much.
I got a $140,000 smashed GT.
So what do we get to do to make it cool?
Put it back together and off we go. It makes 100 G's.
Well, if that's all you want to do. There's a body shop down the way if we're just in the collision repair business.
Come on.
Last I checked, this is still a hot rod shop.
How are you going to improve on a Ford GT?
We can improve on the stance, the brakes, the wheels, the power.
Why y'all already trying to...
Everything Ford makes is awesome as a starter, and then we can take it the rest of the way.
When you started telling me you were going to make all these changes, I was like... I mean, conventional wisdom is that a GT is already worth a lot of money. Why would anybody want to mess with it?
That's great, but we're a rod shop. We do wild stuff. We want to do wild stuff. I mean, I thought the blower needed to be much bigger. I thought the wheels needed to be much bigger. I thought this car needed to be much lower.
You can't even stick your finger under it. That's badass. So it's not difficult. You just gotta have balls to do it.
You just gotta want to.
We got the altitude that we wanted. We got the appearance we wanted. We made the power we wanted. And so it really was a home run.
What about taking a Porsche and sticking a Chevy motor in it?
When it comes to the Porsche, it's like, you know, the year before I had seen one online. I thought, wow, what a cool deal.
Yeah.
I looked it up. These fellas out of Vegas, they make a kit, and I thought, well, they can't have all the fun. We need some too.
The big challenge to making it all work together is making it all fit. Before it look like anything bad's happening. And then, of course, we had to add our own unique touches.
They hadn't used a suspension setup like ours, the flares like ours, had a converted nose. It's completely different for us. And so I really wanted to kind of stretch our legs a little bit and try on something new.
The car was fast, too, man. I mean, I couldn't get away from it until about 110, 120.
And the car you had was full pedigree, all decades and decades of racing experience to get there. And our little goofy car just about hung.
Yeah, that's right.
I think probably one of the biggest departures was in the Pantera.
Yeah.
What it really was a big experiment for us. So we have an Italian sports car, borderline, you know, supercar, especially for the time.
I think you need to tip the scales in the unique department. We know what V8s can do, so there's nothing new about that.
Yeah.
But putting an EcoBoost in here might be interesting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. An EcoBoost? I mean, that's a 6-cylinder.
I am a fan of technology and trying to keep up with the times. We know one thing about racing, and that's that lighter cars are faster. It's the cheapest horsepower you can buy is less weight. To take out American Iron, this big V8, put a motor in with less cylinders, it does seem counterintuitive to what everyone thinks a hot rod shop
I was
does.
freaking out.
But we were able to bring them together in a way that worked, and I think that one worked.
So I'm happy with that one.
All right, guys and gals, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Me and Aaron, right here, right now.
Coming up, the boys relive their crazy adventures outside the garage and make a childhood dream come true.
It says Gas Monkey right there on it.
Yeah. Scott just showed up with the motor. First thing I noticed is the engine's black. I'm ecstatic. Orange was the factory color for this engine, but I can't stand it. And I know that hurts a lot of people out there in TV land, but you know what? I can't stand orange motors, and I'm tickled to death that they painted our engine black. Makes me happy, even if I'm the only one that matters. Hey everybody, welcome back to my very last show on Fast and Loud.
Man, dude, you make it sound so final.
Because it is. To be completely honest, I am gonna miss it. We've had a lot of good times and a lot of adventures together.
Fast and loud and wet. Yeah. One time we got to actually build, well, I guess it wasn't a car, the flying contraption thing for
the
Flu Talk thing.
It was definitely a bit of a circus.
Gas Monkey Flying Circus, coming at you. Holy cow, we got an airplane. Aaron's strapped in, he's ready to rock. Go, 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 go. We came out here to win, but you know what? We didn't. Official flight distance, 9 feet. That's right, guys, 9.
We didn't come dead last, but that being said, though, we didn't do as well as I had hoped. But it was an adventure. It's still hard to get out of bed and walk in a straight line in the morning due to my learning to fly a hang glider experience.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's when you ate some grass.
Excellent, excellent.
That one looked like it hurt.
Yeah, pretty good. My right arm's dislocated right now. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
And then we had
the Messerschmitt. So it's not so much that I care anything about the Messerschmitt.
Buckle up for safety.
It's weird and strange, but Lonnie Hammergren is something else.
Aaron Kaufman, nice to meet you, man.
This place is quite a trip.
I've collected things. I collect everything.
I've noticed.
In fact,
Going to his home was definitely a trip I'll never forget.
go look around. I've got all kinds of stuff.
Who has a freaking dinosaur in their house, man? How do you even get to this point?
I don't know.
It's nuts. Yeah! Let's go eat a steak.
We decided to take on a Texas-sized food challenge.
The steak eating competition, I've forgotten about that.
Oh, I still haven't.
Wow. All they did was take the fur off of it.
You had to eat 87 pounds of beef.
72 ounces plus a dinner roll, a salad. It's a monster. It's bigger than I am, but we gave it a shot anyway. And I'll tell you one thing people don't realize, it was one of the better steaks I've ever had. So, hooray, gluttony.
Yes. Oh. So way back when, first time the Aussies came out.
Hey, nice.
Well, the car's not ready. Remember we took them to shoot machine guns with AK Dave. Yeah. You ever shot a machine gun before?
Back in Australia, our gun laws are pretty strict. We fire a few rifles, and to have AK-47s and just shooting stuff, oh, far out, fantastic.
That was pretty rad. I've never shot anything like that, and I was thinking I was a good shot until I was like this.
You know, truth of the matter is, first time I shot a fully automatic weapon too, and I've known Dave a long time. Guy that's always got some interesting toys for sure. Yeah.
Bang, too! Wow!
When we went to Roswell, we got to tour the alien museum thing, and we found our glasses, and I thought we looked pretty sharp in them. This thing's freaking me out. I'm starting to believe it.
They look so upset.
You think you could improve on the UFO action?
We can try to make it faster.
And I've been to Roswell plenty of times, but I'd never stopped and done the touristy things, so that was a neat break.
Yeah. Well, no need to go back.
And not anytime soon.
All the cool stuff's gone. The government got it. All right, Aaron, let's teleport ourselves back to Dallas. This feels much more like walking, not teleporting. I gotta admit, we got a chance to meet some really cool people.
Define cool.
Burt Reynolds.
I guess that qualifies.
Absolutely. If we don't say so, he's gonna come kick our ass.
Probably.
Look at this dude, Burt Reynolds' house.
I know.
It's pink.
We're in trouble now.
To get to go meet him was one of the highlights of the last 5 years. Burt Reynolds.
Last time I looked, yeah. Is that my car?
Well, it could be.
Burt Reynolds is an American icon. It was absolutely wild to be there with him in his element.
I bet you done that a few times, huh?
On things you wouldn't believe.
He's much older now, but, you know, still the same dude and really, really, really exciting.
This means the world for us to have this on our car. Thank you for having us.
Come on back.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Don't
much.
say that. I'll go get a 12-pack and we'll be right back. Still reeks of cool. He's awesome.
You know, looking back now, we sure did a lot of really cool stuff, and we've had some wonderful opportunities.
One that comes to my mind is Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah. Hot Wheels, man. Hot Wheels. That's my favorite Hot Wheel ever. I had a ton of Hot Wheels as a kid.
Well, that one is most definitely cool.
Yeah, that is way back.
Hot Wheels were a big part of my young life.
They look pretty darn good. First time that we went there, you know, it was a lifelong dream that I never realized that I had.
I tell you, if you're at the toy shop and you don't have a smile on, it's a bad day.
Well, yeah, we got to meet some people that I held in very high regard there, and what a wild experience to learn a little bit about something that meant so much to me when I was a little kid.
You guys want to see some really cool stuff?
Oh, yeah. This is definitely a kid's toy. They kind of let us have the run of the place. I mean, we snuck into the top secret area and snuck into the Barbie doll area.
Came to Hot Wheels, and this is what they let me see.
They should know better than that. Introducing the Midas Monkey.
The Corvette was a perfect platform for us to expand on. I thought we did a really good job of warming over the Corvette for our version of what could have been a Sweet 16 car.
Absolutely crushed it. It says Gas Monkey right there on it.
Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of our little toy car. It's a very small group of people that can say that. That's an honor and puts us in a very small class of people.
Well, there you go. So stick around, guys. There's more of this wonderful trip down memory lane coming up.
Coming up, Richard and Aaron play make-believe.
Gobble, gobble.
Good luck, brother.
And Aaron's lifelong fantasy becomes a reality. All right, boys and girls, it's time for Professor Aaron's final lesson of the day.
Now we have to handle the spin exhaust gases. And to do that, you just have to remember this simple formula. Station wagon, scoop, no exhaust, not good. Same scoop, same station wagon, side pipes, badass.
Welcome back, everybody. Aaron and I are here at the Monkey Trap, just kind of rolling down memory lane. And I got to tell you, no matter what we built, we always found a kind of fun or goofy way to reveal it to the audience, if you will.
Absolutely.
Some of them were fun, some were pretty stupid.
Kind of like us.
They're hard at it, slugging each other.
At the beginning of this whole circus, had you told me that we would be dressing up like circus people, I never would have believed you.
No matter what, the show must go on. What else did we do that was crazy?
You know,
we
Joel's choice was wild because I don't think I'd ever seen a house like that other than in the movies.
Aaron, we gotta go!
And then the fact that these guys managed to get it rented for the day for us to film it.
Yeah.
Especially knowing what our propensity for damaging things.
Get out of the shot. We did the thing out at the lake with the chainsaw and the Mustang.
I thought that was one of the more unique ones.
Dude, this place looks a little freaky. I'm gonna go have a beer, and if there's not any in there, it's gonna be scary for you two. I found the beers. If I don't find you soon, they're gonna be gone. Come on, guys. Where y'all at?
It's turkey time. Gobble, gobble.
Ass monkey.
I I really thought that was pretty cool. We did on the Model A, the Chop Model A, the green one. So
Yep.
we went to the drive-in.
Welcome to the galaxy. How many, please?
2, please.
That creepy sign changer, attendant, popcorn maker, popping up everywhere.
Got change for a Hondo?
It's on me tonight, guys.
Wow. All right.
Gobble, gobble.
You know, the one thing that I was so excited that I got to pursue on the show was my passion for racing.
Oh, I got to tell you, me and you both have a lead foot when it comes to that.
Very nice.
Yeah. I already like this little car. Now I've driven it, I like it even more. Everything on it is like 65.
Old stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
In 2013, when we found the Falcon that you wanted us to fix up and flip, I definitely had other ideas.
Yeah, the racer Jim hadn't tinkered with that car for years, but he never really finished it, so it never made it out to the track, and that certainly didn't sit well with you.
The deal is, I've always wanted a race car. I work on everybody else's. I've waited long enough.
Woo! What up?
Oh, not much. Everybody's jamming along. Hey, on this Falcon,
All right.
I'd like to have the car. And just on, the Gas Monkey Page You Can plan.
I didn't know we had one of those.
Well, we're about to institute one, I think.
Deal, brother. Huh? Why not? I agreed to let you buy the finished car off me, and then you went a little crazy.
Woo! No kidding, woo. I've got a brand new Crate 363. Should make about 500 horsepower. Since I'm putting on new wheels, tires, and brakes, I figured why not add new suspension, too. We're using a race pack cluster in it, which will monitor everything in the car on a very, very small screen.
You were up to about 40 grand by the time we got it done.
Yeah, but it was definitely one awesome car.
And we finally reached a decisive moment.
It was my opportunity to try my hand at racing.
You sure picked a hell of a place to do it, and we built the Pikes Peak race truck to go along with it. If you don't know by now, we're at the 92nd running of the Pikes Peak hill climb. This is the oldest and the tallest hill climb in all the world. Compton seems really focused. I mean, he's quiet, he's in his zone. We got perfect weather, but Gas Monkey built the official pace truck, and nobody's racing up this mountain until we've had a chance to run up it first. This looks like a sharp one. Oh, yeah. Don't go that way. I went up in the pace truck, nice little cruise, checking everything out, having a little fun with the crowd. He's racing, and it's a long fall from the top.
I make a mistake, and that cost me my life.
All right, man. Good luck, brother. Rip it.
Yes, sir.
You know.
When you're here at Pikes Peak, you are 100% in competition with the mountain. The mountain does not want you to win. And so that's what we're all here to do, is trying to beat the mountain.
Hey, guys.
I've been wanting to compete in it all my life. This is exactly why I get up and go to work. We build street cars, but ultimately it's about having fun, and the faster we go, we tend to have more fun.
It took everything the Falcon and I could muster to get that thing past the finish line, but we did it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't win anything that day, but I didn't care. That just wasn't important to me right then and there.
The Falcon did all right. I'm proud of it.
Right now, I'm very emotional.
As far as experiences go, this is about the top so far. To be able to summit is everything I ever wanted. I wish there was more mountain, Fair enough. Let's show it the race. Hey, can we do an interview for the live stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. I don't care. I was happy, so
You know, it's like normal happy, and then there's like pee on yourself happy, like your dog does, and that was totally me. I won't tell you if I peed on myself.
The Falcon changed my life professionally and personally, you know, and I'll always be grateful for the opportunity that, quite frankly, I couldn't have afforded myself without the Gas Monkey.
Well, it wasn't me, it was all of us, so there you go, anytime, brother. You guys stick around, because we got a lot more to come.
Coming up.
Guess this is it.
Before saying their final goodbye, Richard and Aaron relive Gas Monkey's proudest moment.
I don't think that I've ever been more proud of the Gas Monkey team.
You know what time it is?
Hell yeah, I know what time it is. I just got through watching the Flintstones.
You think you're better than everyone. I mean, it's a quarter till 5 in the morning, and you're just now rolling in.
You think this stuff gets built by itself? Who the you think builds
damn
it?
Sure ain't you building it.
I'm out of here.
Don't need you. We never did.
I'm out of here.
What you did? You're terminated.
You did it.
Damn children. Hey, these are badass. I love the size. Dude, I've got such tire envy right now. I'll be back in a minute. I got a mark on my fender where I gotta cut it. Dude, rolling out to his truck? Yes.
In the rain?
Yes. I like that. Man, I want to sit now. Yeah. That's sweet.
Welcome back to the Monkey Trap, where Aaron and I are talking about all the crazy, wild things we've done over the last 5 years. One of the things I think really stands out to me in my mind is us banding together as a team to get it done. That's pretty cool. But when we get to go actually do something with it, that was cooler.
Hey, Richard Rawlings, it's Roadkill. We seem to have irritated you.
All right, these guys from Roadkill, I guess we're stirring up a stink. We're cake decorators, and we don't work on cars. I don't mind answering their challenge. What do you think about a drag race? What do we got that we can build into a drag car around here?
You just got back with the dart.
I mean, I bought that dart thinking that I was going to build it like the one that my dad had. Actually, I wanted to cram him in the back seat and make him roll newspapers at 3 in the morning. But, you know, you had a bigger and better plan once we got called out.
We got to bring fast, strong, light, a race car with some headlights and taillights. That's the ticket. All right.
But here's the real kicker. The race is in 17 days in Detroit.
It's going to be tough.
That entire build was based around building a race car, from the cage to relocation of the firewall to the full, you know, aluminum sheet metal on the back half of the car.
Of course, then you decided to replace the factory transmission designed for our state-of-the-art Hellcat engine with the 2-speed power glide and strip the wiring harness down to almost nothing to lighten the car.
We don't need any of that to go down the drag strip, and I don't need any of it in my race car. The guys at Chrysler say that we have to have all of this to make our car run, but I think it's crap. They engineered it to run with it. We can engineer it to run without it.
We were told straight up that what we were doing could not be done. We were told by the people that produced the hardware and the software, said this can't be done. And you know what? I just didn't think that was accurate.
Although you got to admit, it did make for a few anxious moments in the garage.
The computer is hooked up. We should be able to turn the ignition on, hit the button, and start it. This car needs to be on a trailer and headed to Detroit in 4 days.
I'm not getting any information off the car.
That could be a problem.
You want antennas just wired to this directly? Yeah, direct wired. Let's see what it does. Heads up, Aaron.
We struck out of here at the middle of the night, got up to Detroit.
Oh, that's stylish.
Hey, he's cute, right?
I'll give him credit for that.
I mean, we got all the monkeys there.
Feeling good? You like it?
There's a lot of uncertainty here. I hate this part because I'm not in control. Now it's time to race.
We still don't exactly know what to expect, so we decided to put it on the track and let's gamble.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Gas Monkey. General Mayhem.
screen down that track and leave them in the dust, that was one of the greatest things ever.
That was definitely one of the greatest things I've ever felt. I loved everything about that project. I think it was a defining moment for us as a team. We drew on every bit of experience that we had had in the past to build that car in 17 days, and I don't think that I've ever been more proud of the Gas Monkey team.
That's the team! That's the guy! I'm just the money. Holy! Badass! Get you some of that, cowboy! That was awesome.
So I guess this is it.
This is it. The good book.
See, he's all choked up. He can't even say it. The big goodbye.
The big goodbye, it is.
I mean, almost 14 years of working with you, and I don't think there's been more than, 2 or 3 days here and there that we didn't at least talk on the phone,
Sure.
14 years, man.
It's definitely been a wild ride, been a learning experience to say the least, and I'm happy to have come on the ride. I think it's made me who I am today, so I'm forever grateful for every inch of the trip.
Well, dude, I mean, I don't even know how to say goodbye, but you ain't disappearing. You just live down the road.
That's it. You say we're not leaving the planet, just different workspaces.
There you go, brother. Have a good one. I'm gonna sit here for a minute and ponder life.
Yeah, I love you, beer.
Go get us beer.
It's a lot of beer.